Elementary concepts of objects and classes, part 2. Example of a TV object. So if you consider a TV, so what are the basic things that a TV can do without any extravaganza? So the things that a TV can do is to record a number of channels, because when you turn on the TV, you do have a default channel which shows up first. Then you just navigate through the menus and go to the channel. So we can say that it's a channel method. And the loudness of the TV sound can be controlled by the volume key. So it is a volume method. So the can we can consider TV as an object. So based on the basic concepts of a TV, we can define a lot of TV having the same features and functionality. So object is a basic state and characteristics of a TV object. Here, the methods are formally known as instance method. The method, suppose in which in the diagram as shown that change volume and method is the instance method. Change volume method and change channel method are the two instance methods. And the thing which you are seeing in the white box is the variables, instance variables. So the change volume affects the value of change volume variable inside the class. You can see here it is demonstrated by 12. So that you can say that the volume of the TV is kept at 12 level, and change channel method shows that the channel is kept at number 2 channel. So we can say that these methods are known as instance family members of a object. So now if you define a person object, so if you consider a person as an object, what are the basic things that a person would have as its attributes? First name, last name, age, and weight. So based on these things, we can define a person with set first name function, set last name function, and set age, set weight. So these kind of functions are done to set a certain value inside the person's method, so that we can create a person out of an person class. So we can say that the person object. So if you consider a person class, so based on the person class, there can be a multiple object names. Suppose someone's name is Ria. So person Ria equals to new person. So we can say that the person is a class, Ria is the person's name. So based on the fact that every human being is common, so we can say that every human being must have a first name, last name, and age and weight. So these are the parameters that we set while getting the information about a person. So if now if you want to get the details of that function of the person method, what we can do is that get first name, get last name, get age, and get weight. These kinds of instance method should be used. Message passing. So we have talked about the objects. So there must be some kind of way to come to communicate between objects. So the way of communicating between objects is called message passing. So software objects communicates with each other using messages. So messages, you can say, are small chunks of data or small data which can be passed and retrieved with other object. Sometimes the object receiving the message needs more information so that it exactly knows what to do with it. In the given figure, when an object A wants object B to perform one of the B's method, object A send messages to the object B to perform that. During program execution, one object passes and receives information from another object using member functions. Such a process is called message passing or data passing. So data passing is quite an important functionality of Java, because in the further classes, when we are going to do the object programming, we need to use the message passing and understand that how it works. Class. So based on the fact that we have already talked about the TV object, so we are now going to enumerate how the objects can be described using the TV class. So a class is a blueprint or prototype that defines the variables and the methods. common to all objects of a certain kind. So we can say that a TV is a universal name, but based on the concept of TV functionality, multiple TVs are being made. So the multiple TVs are made, which are being made, we can say that they are objects of a certain TV class. So here we have considered two instance method, change channel method and change volume method. So when you evoke the change channel method, you are going to pass some values to it. So suppose in the first object one, we have passed a value of 3. So 3 has been stored. So 3, when given to the change channel method, it changes the channel to channel number 3. And when we evoke the change volume method and we pass a value of 15 to it, it just sends a value to the instance variable inside the class where it sets a value of 15. But remember that this object is individuality for each and every part. It doesn't interfere with other objects. So when an object is created, it creates a container to it. Similarly, in object 2, we can see that the change channel method, we are passing a value of 2. So value of 2 means that the channel is now set to number 2. And change volume method, and we can say that it is set to a volume of level 5. So we can say that a class is object factory because with the help of class we can create numerous and infinite amount of objects based on the memory of the system. A class is called object factory because by using a class type, numerous objects can be created having similar characteristics like change channel method and change volume method. A class determines nature and state of all the objects of its behavior. For example, the class for our TV example shows in the earlier slide would declare the following: instance variable necessary to contain the channel number, current channel volume, etc. for each TV. Instance method that allows the viewer to change channels and volume and etc. This is the concept of class. This is the end of part 2 video. Part 3 video will be released very soon.